Now, a really simple coconut bread from David Herbert's really useful cookbook, a new release. So, let's see what we're doing. Right, I've got 350 grams of plain flour, 250 grams of sugar, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm just going to sift all this. I like tea breads. This is what this is. You can serve it with some icing sugar over the top, or you can serve it with some nice butter. Whatever you like. I actually love tea breads with butter, I have to be honest. I'm the old-fashioned man. I love them. I don't care whether you have them with a cup of tea or a glass of white wine, but I like tea breads. You know, tea bread's sort of like those banana breads and carrot breads and things. And it is basically to have for afternoon tea or morning tea. That kind of bread. Sort of halfway between a cake and a bread. Alright, so we've sifted that, and to that we then add 150 grams of desiccated coconut, and we mix that up really, really well, just to make sure it's all incorporated. And then we make a well in the centre, which means you make a nice hole in the centre, which is the meaning of that. And we grab another bowl, and we've got, what have we got here? 300 mils of buttermilk. It's freely available these days. Didn't used to be a few years ago, but you know, people always used to use just normal milk with some lemon in it to sour it, but these days you can find buttermilk. And also 75 grams of melted butter, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a couple of eggs. And we'll just beat that up before we actually throw it into the flour mix. So I said 2 eggs. Alrighty, now let's just grab a whisk. So you can see it's pretty simple stuff, because once you have actually measured it out, all you have to do is throw it together like this and you're in business. So we're not talking anything that is too hard work, or too much hard work I should say. And then we just mix it up, just with a wooden spoon. Make sure you mix it really well. I mean, don't beat the heck out of it, don't put your whisk in there or anything like that, but you do want everything incorporated. And what I've got here is a bread tin that I've lined just with some baking paper. I was going to say baking powder. That's not right, is it? And we're just going to plop this in it. So right into the corners with that bread, level out the top, into the oven, 180 degrees, just give it a tap, 180 degrees, and cook it for about an hour until a skewer comes out clean. It should be firm to the touch. Skewer comes out clean. Leave it in the tin for about 10 minutes before you turn it out and cool it on the rack. And as I said, with some icing sugar, or I prefer with some butter.